Damn, move that light. Oh, it's okay. I just had. Hey, brother, if you can, that plate that's on there.
I see that.
Yep, grab that and then grab that red container on top of the microwave. I'll shut. Like some of that. That bitch smell good.
Want me do it?
Huh? Yeah, you can. Let me see if this lights up. It's an old charcoal. Are we up?
Yeah, we up.
Yeah, we're up. Well, okay. Salaki, y'all can trying to get all together.
That's what I'm saying. I'll do it.
Yeah, see if you can fuck with that shit. Salaki. Babe, shalom. All right. First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Chakadash. Hey, and double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Okay, rule well and taught us his truth, peace, much love, and salutation as always to the for elect. All right, the brothers out here in Great Millstone Nashville. All right, coming at you with a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai. Once again, Lord's word is edifying to the elect. Okay, I think I just got entitled Impromptu, but through the spirit, bros is gonna get into pretty much the what
there is no other way.
Yeah, there's no other way, which we're gonna get that John 10. We could also get that John 6, when it goes into the account of when the other followers, quote unquote followers, the other followers of Yahushua left. Okay, ironically, John 6 and 66. You see, and so Lord's word is edifying to the elect. Whoever want to start.
I mean, brother.
Yeah,
do you want us to grab anything?
Oh yeah, that John.
Get that John.
Yeah, that John
10.
Well, actually, start on that Matthew 7.
Okay.
7 going into enter ye in at the straight gate.
Yeah, I got it. It's Matthew 7 and 13. This is written in red, so this is Yahushua speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Yeah. Enter ye at the straight gate. All right. Can you get that word for straight?
Yeah, I get it.
Because that's what we ultimately have to do. We got to enter in at that straight gate. It's a narrow path. Okay. It says broad is the way to what? Destruction.
Mm-hmm.
The what's that saying? When your parents ask you, if such and such go jump off a cliff, you gonna do it? Well, that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
That's that broad gate.
I already got it.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's G4728. Stenos,
mm-hmm.
and it just goes into narrow or straight.
Yeah, narrow, straight, and that's STRAIT.
I got it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says I got a couple of definitions. It says of a place of limited spatial capacity, narrow or cramped.
Mm-hmm. Narrow or cramped. Cramped meaning hey, there's only so many that can pass through the straight gate.
Yep.
Just like the what's that when it talks about the camel?
Yeah.
The eye going through the eye of the needle. Yeah.
Easier for the camel to go through the eye of a needle than the rich man to enter into the kingdom.
Right, because with the I believe with that whole thing, that was pretty much a very straight and narrow path. Yeah. You would have to take all the shit off the camel. You know what I'm saying, to get through the eye of the needle, if you will.
Yeah.
But hey, this is that straight gate that we have to go to. We have to endure through these things. I did a lesson on that last night, going into, keep fighting, endurance, perseverance, continue to push, man, because we're at the end, the end all be all, and we're getting hit with all these different things, and Satan is working on a shit overtime.
Yeah.
Okay, he's working overtime, and we can't get caught up with none of this shit. It's very easy. We was just talking about it beforehand. The elder, the video that the bishop had did, Bishop Atazo out of Atlanta. Him and the elder Raab, yeah. going into pretty much maturing, and growing up, getting more discipline within the spirit, man. Shit is getting ready to happen on a high level and on a high rate, and we ain't gonna have that time frame to just be in our emotions. Let me just soak in my emotions real quick. We ain't gonna have that time frame. This shit's gonna be back to back to back. One day you're gonna lose your job. The next you're gonna lose your fucking woman, your kids, your crib.
He just says Joe.
And yeah, now what you gonna be doing now? Now you're on the run. Mm-hmm. You're moving as a pilgrim on the earth.
You got that definition?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because it said because when you got that word straight, it said narrow or cramped, and I got that word cramped. I got 3 definitions, if I may.
Yeah.
One says feeling or causing someone to feel uncomfortably confined or hemmed by lack of space. Another one says restrict or inhibit the development of, which that's what Satan is trying to do. He's trying to hinder the development of, and that's exactly what the Taza one was trying to do. We got to fight through that and push through that and grow and prosper.
Yep.
And the other one says to suffer from sudden and painful contractions of a muscle or muscles. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's going to be like, especially when we enter into that day, that hour of temptation. All hell breaking loose is going to be sudden.
Yeah.
And it may be painful. And like you said, you may lose loved ones. You may lose people dear and near unto you. But you got to fight through that and continue to endure unto the end. That's what it says in Matthew 24:13. He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved.
And it said contractions. Mm-hmm. And the scripture's always speaking about or likening certain things in certain times to, a woman in contractions, a woman in birth pains.
The end.
Exactly. The end. It's going to get very grimy. Yeah. It's going to get bad. It's going to get extremely bad. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the elect, the ones that believe, they're going to be taken care of. That's Sirach 2, 2nd Ezra 16, and you can start at 73, 74, somewhere around their lines. Okay, we're going to be taken care of in that day, Lord willing. We're part of that number. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, brother.
I got 2 actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Daniel 12:10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
Yeah, but the wise shall understand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, none of the wicked are going to understand. None of the wicked are going to repent and come back to the Lord. And mainly talking about 2/3, of the nation of Israel. You so-called blacks, Native American, Latinos, you're a lost cause. As the scripture says, you were born in vain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then obviously you get going into the heathen. The heathen ain't gonna be able to understand. They ain't gonna be able to, get any of the knowledge, wisdom, or understanding of Yahweh Shai. Okay. That's why it's really a lost cause to even try to teach any of them niggas.
Neither will the wicked of our people understand.
Right, exactly.
Romans 11:7.
Yeah, because even with our people, they have the mindset of heathens.
Yeah.
When you gotta understand, when we're dealing with Jake, with niggas, you really dealing with just the pretty much a black Edomite. Mm-hmm. He shares the same mindset and philosophies as Pharaoh. Yeah. As his president. You know what I'm saying? He has the exact same mindset. So that's why there's no negotiating and no talking points, that you can have with a Negro. Mm-hmm. Especially those of Judah. Mm-hmm.
We talking about last night.
Yeah, right. Especially those of Judah. But all of our people, man. Yeah. Judah.
It's just Judah's the head tribe, so he's catching the most hell, and they're gonna be the most niggas.
Yeah.
They're gonna be the biggest niggas.
The biggest
amongst the rest of the 11 tribes. Mm-hmm. But we don't get it twisted. Gad gonna give you problems. Ephraim, Naphtali, Asher, they're all Levi. They're all gonna give you issues as well. Yeah, Simeon. Yeah.
Gad gonna give you that shit because they think they black.
Yeah. And Reuben.
Yeah, Gad, Reuben. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these places down here in the South, you got a lot of Gad and Reuben, but they think disclose themselves as black. You know what I'm saying? But them be the worst niggas. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Sirach 39:1. We're down to verse 4. Verse 4 is the point. This is, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
Right, occupied in prophecies, in which these other camps, they're not occupied in prophecies. They're talking about past experiences with being a crip, you know, yeah.
It's like,
you know, a Hoover crip, whatever the fuck he said. You know, they're occupied in the past, man.
Also showing their maturity.
Right, yeah.
Immature. Off that old man.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures say put off the old man. So to grow, you have to put off and keep fighting that old man to grow.
Yeah, because that nigga ultimately is going to be on your shoulder to the kingdom.
Yeah.
You know, that's when he's going to actually be fully killed. But, you know, these other guys, man, they don't do that. They don't do those things. And then that's why they're not occupied in prophecy. When you prophesy, you're speaking things before it happens. Mm-hmm. These niggas are storytellers. They're telling things, you know, they're speaking on things that already happened. You're not a prophet.
And a lot of it is, a lot of them are worldly.
Yeah.
It's mixed mindless truth, but the scriptures say you can't serve two masters. You know, you can't serve the Most High and Mammon. They're trying to do both. They're trying to have this Israelite image on them, but then still Crip, still Christ, still all these abominable things that's still of the old man that they have not put off. Just because you got a turban or an Israelite, you say shalom, that don't mean you right. You know, I'm from Simeon, I'm from Gad, I'm from, you know, but that don't mean that you're the elect. You know, I mean, it's cool that you know that you're Israelite, that's great. Okay, but you're not occupied in prophecies and you're not putting off that old man.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I think about it, when you make statements like that of worldly situations and like things of the past, what you did in the past, you're still reminiscing on that, as you miss it. Yeah. As you miss it, as well as it's a backup plan, just in case the Israelite thing, just like the other Kaza was going into. He said there is no other plan, there is no backup plan, there is no plan B. If all else fails, there's nothing else. And when we come into this truth, we don't come with that mindset of the Lord's going to fail us. This is going to fail.
John 6.
This isn't no fairy tale, man. So when you make statements like talking about your past and you was doing this, you was cripping, you was hoovering, that sounds like, to me at least, I ain't speaking for the man, but to me that sounds like just in case the Israelite thing don't work, I can always go back to the Hoover and the crip, and I can always go back to this
still got
situation.
that connection.
We were talking about that earlier when we was out. Jake want to have a plan A, but also a B to D.
Yeah,
and that's the thing too. You know, like you said, they want something to fall back on. But because even when with brothers make mention of things that they, you know, because we don't get on YouTube and act as if we're these perfect holy people. We tell you that we also came from, some brothers also, not all brothers, but some brothers also came from that type of lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know, brothers came from all different walks of life. You have brothers that came from a two-parent household, a one-parent household, a no-parent household, you know, adoption. You know, you had brothers that, you know, came into a good lump sum of money. You have brothers that have just always been broke. You know, we come from all different walks of life, but we bring these things out to, you know, show you that no, we're no different in that sense, but we don't boast in those things. We don't get on camera boasting about the wickedness that we were doing, because that's all it is at the end of the day. Especially it's wickedness. And especially on camera. Yeah, you know, you don't put that up for the congregation. It's like LDI
don't post it.
Don't post it for all the Israel. You know, when they was doing when they was eating the pop, what was it, Popeyes or?
I think it was Taco Bell. It was a Taco Bell pack in the background.
Yeah,
you know.
If you got, you know, like the elder was saying, you know, brothers always say, man, you know, you got your bug out bag, your bug out food. I'll say, not bug out bag. You got that too, but you got your bug out food. You know, shit that you secretly eat.
Once in a
while. Just don't tell nobody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you gonna do that, whatever. But like the elder was saying, man, don't put it on for, you know, everybody to see. to make it seem as if it's okay.
You need to let the people know that you just had Wingstop. You don't need to tell everybody.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you eat McDonald's, you just bugged out.
Yeah, you just threw.
That's
Burger King.
That's solid.
You need to be rebuked.
Because as much as we hate to admit it, he has a name, he has a face, and when you make statements like that, people look at you and they look up to you, so they see you saying Crip and this and Crip that, Hoover this, and not just him, other people, other Israelite groups, and you make these statements, and then they look, especially newer brothers, they look up to you and say, oh well. That's okay.
I can still continue. Imagine if a Hoover Crip just heard about the Israelites and seen that video.
Yeah.
So he's still gonna bang. He just gonna have fringes on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It creates confusion. Mm-hmm. Now he's not being led down that right path.
Yeah.
So that's the danger and the severity of why we have to be cautious and careful as to what we say when we're on camera.
Yeah, you're gonna say Yahweh Bashim al-Shah and you go rob a bank.
Yeah, because the niggas still do that.
Yeah.
It's nigga shit. And once again, we're not, Jake, listen to rap music. You know what I'm saying? We indulge in certain things. Okay?
We don't go in
it ain't off at the end of the day, for one, but it's not an overindulgence, or it shouldn't be. And then on top of that, we don't act on it. We don't hear, 21 Savage new track, him talking about spraying the block, and then we go and do it. No, it's a nice track. Especially mainly younger brothers, older brothers ain't listening to that shit for real. But when you put it, like I said, when you put out that vibration,
especially with that face you got.
Yeah. You're the head of the fucking of the group, Sakari.
Yeah.
So that you have a big
People
pull.
look up to you.
Yeah, you got pull. Like what they say in the word, you got pull, man.
Yeah.
If you got pull, that means you can go and say some shit, and ain't nobody going. You can pull some strings pretty much. You can make some shit happen. Ain't nobody gonna question you, none of that shit.
And they didn't.
Yeah, right. You got a lot of pull, bro. So to say some shit like that, that's wild, man. And that's off.
And also with the half hood, half holy shirts.
That shit. What the fuck is up with that?
Don't mean to get on Sakari, but you the face right now.
Yeah.
You making these statements, and it's got to be brought out.
Yeah, the Lord got to get.
If they trying to go down a different path than that right path that leads unto everlasting life, they trying to go down that path. We can go this way, and it'll lead still to the kingdom. No, there's only one path.
They're doing things that's beneficial for right now.
Beneficial to the flesh.
And to the flesh, which is right, the flesh. But
go ahead.
You said John 6 and 66?
Yes, just start there.
It says John 6 and 66. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
Yeah, so many of the disciples, because this is going into the
eat of my flesh.
Pretty much, the backstory, yeah. When Yahushua speaking about eating of my flesh, drinking of my blood, they're thinking on they're thinking on a carnal level. They're thinking they have a carnal mindset when the Lord is speaking on these things. When not knowing that this is a representation.
Which Yahushua already knew.
Right. He already knew.
That's why he made that statement.
Yeah. He already knew who the fuck was gonna bounce.
Yep.
But then that's like even when we do the Passover, the wine represents what? The blood of the Lord. The bread represents the flesh.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The unleavened bread that we have during this Passover. But they didn't understand that. They're not getting that. They're not grasping that. So they're like, oh nah, this man want us to eat him and drink his blood. Nah, we leave him. Okay, showing you that's a carnal mindset.
Yeah, you're lacking what he's saying.
To be, and what's it say? What's the scripture say? To be carnally minded
is
death. Yeah. But the spiritual mind is life and peace.
You're not literally.
Rough paraphrase.
You're not literally eating.
Is that Ephesians or Galatians?
Blood in his flesh.
I'll look it up.
It's symbolic. You're not literally eating his flesh and his skin.
Yeah, right.
That's cannibalism. Okay. The Lord didn't say anything about being a cannibal.
To be carnally minded is death. Yeah. I think it's Galatians or Ephesians.
He wants you to be a part of him and walk in his ways. That's what he's saying.
Just like what's that other one? Damn, when they say that. It's escaping me.
Romans 8.
It's Romans?
Yeah.
Oh damn, I'm old. What the hell's in Galatians? Check Galatians. Galatians 4 and Ephesians 4. Run through that. See what's in it. Yeah, go ahead.
This is 67, John 6 and 67. Then said Yahushua unto the 12, will ye also go away?
Right. So he's speaking to the 12, which, like I said, in the 66 verse, John 6 and 66, which, that number isn't always oh shit, Satan, but it is the number of man. You know what I'm saying?
It's victory over the beast.
Right, exactly.
That's how we see it as victory.
The elect see it as victory, over the beast, but that number represents the number of man. And so, as you can see, men, left from Yahushua in the 66 or in the 6th chapter in the 66th verse. But go ahead.
This is verse 68. Then Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life.
Right. Right, exactly. So Peter's like, man, where the hell we gonna go? When Yahushua asked that question to whither shall we go? Or when he said, will you leave also? To whither shall we go?
And that's being mature.
Yeah. Understanding we don't have another option.
Yeah.
We don't have another outlet to go to. This and that's as you said, being mature, because you have to understand, bro, this shit is gonna suck.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is going to be dog water.
And the other camps don't teach that.
But at the end of the day, the end all be all, what the fuck else we gonna do, bro?
That's what Apostle Peter said to Yahushua. He said, we have forsaken all to follow thee. What shall we receive? And
Yeah.
He told him, he said, you that have followed me in the reincarnation shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah.
And he said, ye also who have forsaken houses, mothers, families, wives, children shall receive 100-fold. Even your own life shall receive 100-fold. We have forsaken all to follow Yahweh Shemi outside. And that's maturing. That's being, as the elder Tazawam, when he went into that word sediment, being compacted and rooted and grounded in Yahweh Shemi outside, which is again a great video. I ain't even finished it yet, but
watch it. Yeah, definitely watch that. If you haven't watched it,
I'll put it in.
I must say your brother drop it in there in the comment section. It's definitely a powerful video, and it's definitely needed through the spirit, man. Especially if you're going through something, because that gave me, a good amount of motivation. You know what I'm saying? We don't, Jake don't always have to go through the end all be all or the ins and outs of shit that you're going through, but
even if you're not catching hell at this moment,
exactly, still watch
because you might catch hell the next day or later on down the road.
Eventually, we are going to catch hell.
Everybody's going to need to apply that video once some shape.
All hell breaks loose. Jacob's trouble, hour of temptation. It's going to happen to where either you're going to mature, either you're going to be mature, or you're not going to be mature. And if you're not maturing that day, then you're finished.
Yeah, and that's the way that these camps are moving. They're moving very immaturely, so that's why they're not going to be Sirach 2 and 14, I believe, 13 and 14.
You're supposed to be warning and knowing the state of your flock, and especially if you are a leader of some type of status, just like the heads of Sakari, IUIC. They're not
UPK.
Yeah, UPK. All these wayward camps shouting out Israel, but they're not teaching their congregation and warning them to what's to come. They're not telling you all hell's about to break loose. They're not telling you that Jacob's trouble is coming. They're saying things like Jacob's trouble is gay. They're saying things like and then John the Baptist ain't in the truth. He's a cup of yak.
Names.
Yeah, the names and
you'll play yogurt.
Yeah, you'll play yogurt and all that. That's not prepping for what's to come.
And then retracting the statements.
Yeah.
So that's an uncertain. What's that scripture speaks about? Damn.
But not with him that is given the change.
Yeah. Can you grab that?
Yeah.
Can you grab that? Real quick.
We always quote it, but we never really get it.
God. Yeah, because them niggas are giving. That's what they're giving the change. They're every time it's something different. You went from you can call the Lord yo play yogurt to even saying the name in another clip, then saying his titles, then saying you can call me.
Mocking,
whatever.
mocking, talking shit.
You don't say Yahushua and whatever in the same breath and expect to live a long life.
Right.
Most odds are gonna fucking kill you, man. You know, go ahead.
Proverbs 24 and 21. My son, fear thou the Lord Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change.
Yep, read that again.
Proverbs 24 and 21. My son, fear thou the Lord Yahweh and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change.
Right, meddle not with them that are given to change. Meddle not. Don't fuck with them. You know, don't be over there. No, leave them niggas alone. You know what I'm saying? Let them let the blind lead the blind. Both shall fall into the ditch.
Your job as a follower of Yahweh Shai is like, man, is to reprove and rebuke, and that's it. But if they don't take heed to it, hey, that's on them, and let them have it. That's what we do. Starting with the apostle and elders. When we see these other camps or just people in the world, we correct them. We tell them what they need to do. Either they watch the video or not, or they take heed to the camp if they come to the camp or not. That's on them. But the point is, we warned you, and that's all we're gonna do is just warn. You're going off. Stop doing this. You're going off. Fix this. Do off doing that. They want to continue to be a crip. They also want to be a high priest. At the end of the day, we're gonna let you do it. But the Lord is gonna put you in a position where it ain't gonna be pretty. And then no, listen, no, it's too late. You were playing. You play too damn much. That's why the scriptures say, beaten with many stripes. Okay, because a lot of these Israelites that are going to die know that they're Israelites. That's the scary part. But nobody's taking heed to that, except the true prophets. But go ahead.
That was it on that.
I got another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was looking through the Ephesians 4, and I did find this. It said Ephesians 4 and 22, that ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts,
right,
and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. And I want to get this as well. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one of another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Two more. Neither give place to the devil. Let him, I'm just going to jump down to verse 29. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers.
Yes, you got to put off that new, or you got to put off that old man, put on the new man, Salakia. Okay? And then ultimately what? Watch it with that. You got to watch your communication. Watch what you're fucking saying, man. And especially with all these things that's going on, you know, at this very, you know, we're in this very sensitive ass era. You know, we know that Esau is about to roll on us, and to make a post once again from the Sakari, or it might have been UPK. Might have been Sakari though. I'm not. It was one of them. So if it's, you know, whoever it is to the opposite, forgive me. But that post where it talked about damn, what was that? It was like some terrorist type post or some shit like that.
Are you talking about weapons of mass destruction?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh yeah. So that's Sakari, yeah. So not the UPK. I apologize. So like, forgive me. Yeah. You know,
Israelites will have weapons of, or we will have weapons.
Yeah, we'll have what to make a title like that in the time that we're in. It's just not mindful, man. You know, and it shows it's agent behavior. You know, it's weird behavior. I mean, it's dumbass behavior. Whichever way you want to put it, either way, it's not the behavior that the true men of the Lord are going to be doing in the latter days.
Black Hebrew Israelites will receive weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah. And then you throw that title like that. Black.
Yeah.
So once again, you're grouping that, and then you're talking about weapons of mass destruction. In a time like this,
it sounds like sellout. It sounds like bug out.
It sounds like you took a bag, you know, and we can only merely speculate until the Lord has it to where one of them little niggas in your congregation come out and actually, they took 8 200,000. You know, some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm just talking shit, but you know, until the Most High exposes it though.
Took 200,000 and threw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, you ain't no.
That
ain't nothing.
Right. Yeah.
But they say
to take 200,000 versus, you know,
but not even
salvation.
Not even
pretty
that.
much.
Yeah.
The apostles and elders feel all the time. You can buy a nigga cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas
So
be cheap.
not-
So
so you
I
don't
just threw it.
Not even a
I would hope.
200,000 shit.
You know what I'm saying? You would hope a nigga would at least goddamn, but like, damn.
Fold over 10K.
Yeah, Bishop Nate, it's net worth 150.
Man, right. Right. So
150 mil.
yeah, that could be small numbers, it could be big numbers to some, but regardless, man, when these things start to come out, you know, among and the congregation figures out, you know, hey, all we can say is we told you so, man.
Yeah.
You know, brothers got anything to close up?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Starting off with that John 10.
Okay, yeah, come on.
John 10 and verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same as a thief and a robber.
Right. So if you don't, if you don't enter, you know, pretty much through that straight gate, okay, by the sheepfold, you're a thief and a robber.
Yeah.
You know, you climbed up to the window, you enter into some other way. Hey, and through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, the Lord has given us the keys to the door.
Yeah, not to the streets.
Right, right, and not to the streets, to the door. Who's the door? Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Okay, he says, I am the door.
Who we worship.
Into ye in.
The mediator.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's the thing. So if this is your, you know, why would you go through the window of your own house? You see what I'm saying? You're a thief and a robber. You ain't got the key.
Yeah.
You don't have the access to getting through the front door.
You don't have the answers.
Yeah.
You don't have the
You got
answers.
the
You ain't got the answers.
Yeah, you ain't got the answers, Sway. You know, that was it on that?
Yep.
Okay. So, we'll wrap it up on that, man. We just want to put that up real quick. About to get ready to head out, go to camp. So, Lord's with us is edifying to the elect. Before we close, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Chakadash. And double honors once again, as always, to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us his truth. Peace, much love, and salutations as always to those who elect. To the next one, Shalom.
Shalom.